Hi, Trashy Transgender here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about LittleBigPlanet, and you're going to be watching me play Fortnite really badly, so make sure to make fun of me about that in the comments down below. Anyway, this unscripted section is over, and it's time for the scripted section. Alright, bye! LittleBigPlanet is my favorite game series of all time, and back in 2024, the servers were officially shut down. For certain games, online servers being shut down would not be a big issue, but with LittleBigPlanet, it ruins the whole ethos of the game entirely, and leaves players with almost nothing to do. The ethos of all the LittleBigPlanet games was play, create, share, and without the internet, you can't really do any of that. Sure, you can still create levels, but no one can play them, except from yourself, and who likes to hang out with that fucker? You can still technically play levels, like the story levels or any of the DLC you bought before the server shut down, but if you're a LittleBigPlanet obsessive like me, you've already done that so many times it becomes a question of why? Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going to be playing the LittleBigPlanet story levels till the day I die, but it's just not the same without community levels. So yeah, play, create, share my ass. Sure, you could play a number of games that are create your own games like Dreams, but there's a problem, since a game like Dreams, while impressive, is more of a place to create glitchy tech demos that the majority of the time have bugs because of poor optimization of the game, and how hard it is to even create something with the tools provided. Dreams, while made by the same people who made LittleBigPlanet, isn't about making levels, it's about making games. Which may sound cooler than LittleBigPlanet, but in my opinion the idea is too lofty of a concept for the majority of things made in it to be fun. Not to bash any of the things made in Dreams, making stuff in that game takes more effort than making anything in LittleBigPlanet. But that's exactly the issue. I think there is a big difference between game development tools and level makers, and just a personal preference, I prefer the latter. I felt like actual dog shit when the announcement that the servers were being shut down got announced. I would play LittleBigPlanet 3 every day. I would scroll through LittleBigPlanet 3's admittedly broken UI, pushing my shit Wi-Fi to the limit, and find some genuine gems. Other times I would stay up late playing old LittleBigPlanet 1 levels I was nostalgic for. In retrospect, however, it was easy to see the writing had been on the wall for a while, especially in those last few years. Sometimes I would be waiting like half a year for the servers to come back because someone had found an exploit that broke everything. In the lead up to the servers being shut down, I would frequently find levels which would exploit glitches to make you do insane shit like build on your pod or use assets from other video games. For example, I found a costume for Sonic from Sonic Adventure, like the actual player model, and I could just run around levels as Sonic from Sonic Adventure, which was cool, but this isn't Tower Unite. This is LittleBigPlanet. These exploits were cool, but weren't a sign of the game being actively debugged or moderated. I think all this led to LittleBigPlanet 3 and the LittleBigPlanet franchise in general being seen as a problem child for Sony. And then, the biggest problem the game ever faced happened. People's PSN accounts started getting banned for no reason by hackers in the game using God knows what exploit to ruin the game for everyone. Sony just went, nah. There are not enough people actively playing this game to make it profitable, and the game is actively dangerous for those who play it. That being said, Sony are definitely not blameless. They could make Sumo Digital make another LittleBigPlanet game that fixes all the issues. I agree with the LittleBigPlanet community that the IP is definitely profitable, and aside from that, a game that has inspired so much creativity. But Sony just like to sit on IP and do nothing with it. Our corporate overlords do not care about creativity. They don't want to play, create, share, they want to make more money. And with Sackboy being officially murdered and replaced with Astrobot, it's the end of an era. LittleBigPlanet is officially dead. I was feeling pretty hopeless in 2024. My favorite game was dead. Honestly, when I heard the news about LittleBigPlanet, I just didn't really want to play video games anymore. And without my main source of entertainment, I stopped playing them and sunk into a deep depression. But then a video came up on my YouTube timeline, and I felt a little bit less hopeless. Now, while we might never see a LittleBigPlanet game ever again, there is still hope for 2.5D level creators thanks to a little indie studio called Trixel Creative, and a game called Restitched. This spiritual successor to LittleBigPlanet seems to be determined to be like LittleBigPlanet, but in my opinion, 10 times better. The features they have showed off, like the 3D movement, mean that there are a lot of new possibilities for movement and game design. The aesthetic of the game is very similar to LittleBigPlanet, with the whole idea being a small crafted world, and the aesthetic of the player characters is Sackboy adjacent, but is more like a plushie. They are literally called stuffies, which is cute, and I just love it. The character customization seems better than LittleBigPlanet ever had, and it looks like you can easily share your stuffy on the workshop. The workshop integration of level sharing will also be a major plus, as the workshop is a great way of sharing custom content in general, but this will also mean that finding and searching for levels will not be a chore like it was in LittleBigPlanet 3. Like literally, LittleBigPlanet had the worst UI design I've ever seen in my life. Like, it was cute, but it didn't work. The new features look fun, like the thread that will work as this game's version of the grapple hook, but better. The game just looks good, and they've been working on it for several years now, and I just worry it might not be good, but I don't know how they could fuck this up. If it turns out not to be good, I will retract my statements and this video will become privated. But since Trixel's developers have been a part of the LittleBigPlanet community for years, I have a lot of faith that it will be good, and I'll finally have something that, even if it isn't LittleBigPlanet, fills that Sackboy shaped hole in my heart. Okay, that was the video. Thank you for watching. It was another short one, but it's scripted, so that's something. Before I go, I just wanted to say rest in peace, David Lynch. A real one. And you made my favorite movie of all time, Mulholland Drive. And you made my second favorite TV show of all time, Twin Peaks. And your movies and art always inspired me. And I love you. Thank you. Thank you for the art, and thank you for the funny interviews, and yeah. I'm gonna miss you. Alright, thanks for watching, bye!